all of today's hits. You're listening to Instinct Radio.
Welcome back to Instinct Radio. This is the Dainhen Butler Show. You're tuned in to our youth violence episode. We just got through talking to OGKK, picked up a lot of knowledge and came to some conclusions about some stuff. He will be joining us at the end of the show. Right now, my guest is Takiyah Butler and her husband, Rod. Welcome to the show.
Hey.
Right.
So look, tell us who you are. This is my niece, first of all, so that's where she get the beautiful bloodline from. But tell us what happened. I think was that in October?
Yeah, October 7th.
So for the people who didn't see it on the news and didn't catch it on social media, tell us what happened, man, in its entirety, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Well, it was just like we would just woke up one morning like we used to do, take our son to the bus stop, came back, Cat just decided to just smoke a cigarette outside the steps and something. Came out there, they came out there with me, her and her mom.
Yeah.
And like just 5 seconds later, somebody just come through the door and just started shooting.
No argument,
No argument, no nothing. He ain't say nothing. I'm the person.
He opened the door. We have like the steps is like steps
You
leading up
gotta
to the
come up
hallway.
some steps to get to our
But
apartment.
he just opened the door and shot in the hallway. He didn't look to see who was in the hallway. And
just
I was
started
sitting
shooting.
down. So
They
I
were
got
sitting
shot in
down,
the
I was
face.
standing up.
Now, I don't even know how you deal with the trauma, because when I talked to you after that, like, you sounded strong. I was like, damn, where she get this strong when I came to see?
I haven't cried about it.
For real?
No, he knows that. I don't cry about it.
Because
I got kids, and it's better to be here with my kids than be sitting here worried about what happened. I'm alive. There's people that don't live through that, so I just try to be. I'm good. I got my kids. I just had a baby a month before that happened, so that's a blessing. I would never been able to see
Soon we
it.
came home, we got shot.
Yeah.
Did they find out who did it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we knew who
they
did it.
found
It was the same person who lived in the apartment.
I mean, has he been arrested?
Yeah, he got arrested October 29th.
Okay.
The trial hasn't happened yet.
No, we don't have that. It takes a long time for all that to go.
Was
But
any reasoning given?
He's been charged with attempted murder for me, but it's like assault because he got shot in the leg. It's not really nothing for him, but he's been charged with attempted murder for me.
So let me ask you this: when you first heard the gunshot, like what was the first?
I actually would have got shot twice because I got grazed with the bullet that went in his leg, and I got shot in the face. So, yeah, like I'm really blessed.
Yes.
Without a doubt. What was going through your mind when you heard?
I was more scared about my baby being in there because you don't know nobody's reaction, and it scared me more because my baby, and he has an older son that was in the house too. So I ran in the house. I actually got my baby. No, first I ran in the house, grabbed a towel, put on my face. I didn't never tell my mom I was shot. I didn't tell my mom I was shot to the end because I didn't know. Nobody. I didn't tell neither one of them. I ran in the house, got a towel, put it against my face, ran to the neighbor's house when I asked them to get my baby and get the kids out the house. Then I came back in the house and told my mom and him I was shot and told them to just call the ambulance.
You got shot and put a towel over it?
I was more worried about my baby. I didn't.
That's strange.
I thought I was having a bad week. I was just like, but you know what? Though when I came to the hotel and y'all was at the hotel, I was just like, the strength that you had. When people go through certain things, they have to like man up to one degree. But I ain't never see you miss a beat. You was like, this was going on right here. This was going on right there.
It was more like, at the end of the day, I'm a mama. Even though my family very supportive. I had everybody. All my uncles, all my aunties, from both sides. And to see it was more real to me when I saw my dad family at the hospital. I knew they would be there. That's a given. But when my uncle that plays basketball out the country walks in there and I'm just looking at him like, okay, it's a little bit more real than I think it is. Then when everybody tell me it was on the news, I was like, oh, see, I ain't know all that. But I was just more happy that I knew I was okay when I got to the hospital and there was 12 doctors right there. Then when they get me in the room, they was like, oh, she's fine. And they walk out and go save another man's life. So I just was like, okay, well, not that bad. I hate that I lost my teeth. That's something I deal with every day. But I was like, I'm 25. I just turned 25 on Christmas. That's a blessing. And I got a 7-year-old and I got a 4-month-old. So
So
I gotta come home and take care of my kids.
Yeah.
You talk like a woman, but let me ask you this: like, since that situation has taken place, what has changed? I know not just the physical aspect, but mentally. Like, has your mission in life changed?
Yeah, I look at things different. I don't do a lot of things I did. I don't go a lot of places I used to go. I cherish more stuff because I know it's real now. Before that, I was having fun. I ain't never think. You know how you look at the news and be like, that'll never be me. I don't know why that girl was sitting right there, but I was at home. In my hallway where I should be able to sit at because I pay bills there. Yeah. And it happened to me, so I look at everything different. My child can't do a lot of things that I would allow him to do before. I go certain places, I second guess, like, you don't know what they got going on in their home? Can't go over that house. You know, before that, oh, you can go stay tonight, you know. That was the man that shot me. I've been neighbors with him for 2 years. Just had told us congratulations on our baby 3 days before we got shot. They saying he has a mental problem. But it's like, no. And I tell people all the time, like, him and my fiance, they always talk. So for him, if he would have just been outside, got shot, I probably would have went to him, that neighbor, and be like, Rod got shot. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. He tried to come through the door on me.
Yeah.
Like he tried to kill me or something. He went past them and tried to come through me like he was finna kill me. I had to slam his hand in the door so he won't. You know what I'm saying?
Has he ever displayed any mental instability prior to that?
He broke his mom's arm like a week or two before that. So like he has them issues.
Anger issues.
Yeah, but I just feel like if you can go from controlling it to the next minute you acting crazy. Sometimes like, are you playing crazy or are you really crazy? Like, you never know the difference because one minute he could be outside and he's cool. And the next minute, he ain't never spazzed on me, so I never took it serious, and that's what people need to take serious. Like, if you see somebody acting crazy, you need to stay away from him. Mm-hmm. We never took that as something like he'd do anything to you, but if, like, he had just broke his mama's arm and a week later shoot us. So you got to take people serious. You just got to take people serious.
Just a lesson learned.
I love your attitude. And I love how you come through this so beautifully. You have a very strong spirit. God is going to bless you in a mighty way.
Thank you.
You're able to deal with tragedy that way. You have a great future ahead of you.
I'm at awe as to just the strength. Well, you know what, we I don't say we're a mean family, but like we don't do real good with letdowns. We kind of like find whatever and pull ourselves up. But like you give me strength, like for real. I really sometimes think about certain things. It's unreal because I had a stomach ache the other day and I almost balled up like a baby. But then sometimes I think about some of the things that people in my family have gone through, and just not just my family, but just in the community. Yeah. I do, again, when I look at a situation, I start looking at how did this take place? How's an individual who just broke his mom's arm and who has obviously some.
He has a lot of bad record. His record is horrible. Now that they send you because DeKalb County does it to where like now if he's to be released, it comes to my phone. Like I have a special code I have to put in. They have to notify me. Mm-hmm. I just be like, there's a lot of people out here who don't get notified. That got a lot of killers out here. Got a lot of people that act crazy. I mean, like he was crazy before he did that to us. And like when he shot me, the officer that came was like, I just arrested him. How he get out of jail? He was like, see, like he said, we don't do nothing to protect. Like y'all was saying earlier, don't nobody do nothing to protect the neighborhood because you guys let him right back out. And then what he did.
So how did he get out?
Like they give him a bond. They gave him a bond.
I think what takes place when you start talking about mental instability in the state of Georgia, it's not a real effective checks and balances on what's going on. Because you have a situation where this person is obviously not getting the treatment. Because even when you lock him up, when he goes to jail, and he's probably going to stay for a long period of time, if he gets out 40 years from now, he hadn't fixed that situation. He's just longer, bigger, and stronger. And unfortunately, in the state of Georgia, that's what takes. He should have never been on the street. He should have been somewhere getting some help. So, with that being said, it's just like what happens in the community is a reflection of to how the judicial system works, how the government is moving, and if they have our best interests at heart. You know what I mean? Because a lot of stuff takes place. It's a lot of mentally unstable people in our community, and they're not getting the.
I don't think people take it serious though, because like shit, some people hide it. Mm-hmm. I had a friend that I grew up with since I was about 8, and I remember like 2 years ago, my dad called me like at 10 or 11 at night. And I'm like, what he want? He usually sleep at 9. He's like, you watch the news? I'm like, nah, what's going on? He was like, well, I don't know how to tell this. I want to tell you before you see the news, but my childhood friend I grew up with killed his niece and his nephew, shot his mom, and then killed himself. And I'm thinking to myself, like, this dude taught me a lot of stuff. I used to spend the night with him all the time. My dad go to work. He'd drop me off at his mom's house. And I never saw this coming to me. His sisters didn't see it coming. His brothers didn't see it coming. And at that point, it hit me that people really don't take mental illness serious. And some people have problems they don't talk about.
Yeah.
And it messed with me because I'm like, this was one, like I said, this is a person I grew up with. I knew his niece and nephew. His nephew was actually born like 2 days before Calvin, my brother.
Okay.
Like they're the same age. And he killed him, who had a baby on the way, and his niece, and shot his mom, and then decided to kill himself. So, and I feel like had he talked about that problem or somebody knew, he probably could have got the help, and all that could have been prevented. But like you said, people don't talk about it. People don't know what's going on. You don't talk about it, you'll never know. And these kind of things that happen and continue to happen.
It's not considered as a very serious problem. Mental health is one of those things that needs advocacy because, especially in the black community, it's not something that we talk about a lot. We have a lot of people, like I have a friend of mine who got killed by her son because he had mental illness and killed her in a very, very bad way. But they put him in jail. A few years later, they let him out, and he's back at home. I mean, it doesn't make sense. It just
Because people get on there and they plead insanity.
of course, and when you plead insanity, they let you out.
And that's what they
think might happen in here.
yeah. But the only thing that messed him up is because of the situation, because he had been doing so much bad stuff. When he went this time after he shot us, he was on the run for a while, but he disguised himself, and that was a problem for our lawyer. And that's one thing
What
lawyer
do you
said.
mean he
Lawyer,
disguised himself?
like he changed his whole appearance.
He
He wasn't. He knew what he was doing wrong.
bald head,
Put a nose ring in, changed his
and all
whole,
this.
changed everything. So that's why they didn't find him for a long time, because the man they was looking for wasn't the man that they seen. And see, that's a problem for our lawyer. Our lawyer's like, he can't be that crazy, because crazy people don't do that.
Yeah, they don't.
So have you yourself gone to counseling? You said you haven't cried about it, so you don't think that's something that...
Only thing that bothers me, and my family tell you, is my face. Me getting shot, I believe in God. I'm here. I'm blessed. The only thing that bothers me is my appearance. That's the only thing that
So you're
bothers
gonna
me.
do something about
Yeah.
that? Are you gonna see someone take
I-
care of that?
Yeah, but I also like, I got a lot of aunties, a lot of family. I just talk to them about it if it really affected me. But I just know I can get my teeth back, and then I look at some people that be like the girl that just died in front of the apartments. Like, she was standing at a bus stop and she's dead. Like, I'm not dead, so I don't want to do that much crying because it could have been a lot worse in my situation. I got shot in the face and grazed on my forehead. It just wasn't meant for me, but I'm not that sad. I'm sad that it happened, and it makes me sad,
Just
but
blessed.
I just be like, I'm blessed.
Keep praying about it.
And my grandma's a good person for me to talk to, so I don't really feel like I need a counselor when I can go. My grandma. I don't need no counselor. I got my grandma.
Let me ask you this: we have listeners who want to, like help out from a financial perspective, or emotional, or just praying. Do you have like a GoFundMe set up or something where people can get at you and
Yeah, I
try
have
to?
a GoFundMe account on Facebook.
So how would they find that?
Just type in my name with the GoFundMe account, and it'll pop up.
How would you spell your name?
Takiyah, Butler, Butler.
Okay. You guys are tuned in to the Dainhen Butler Show. This is our youth violence episode. Please stay tuned. Again, if you're trying to help out Takiyah Butler, GoFundMe. We'll be right back after these messages.
In the world, playing all of today's hits. We're listening to Instinct Radio.